So let's break it down. Assassin's Creed Mirage gameplay. The Assassin's Creed Mirage gameplay is set to take the series back to where it began: is social stealth, fast park hour, and agile assassinations. Ubisoft Bordeaux says that there's a bit of every Assassin's Creed game in Mirage, and players can look forward to going back to the roots of the series, while experiencing a modern take on gameplay and iconic features of the early games. This narrower focus, particularly when compared to Assassin's Creed Valhalla, will be complemented by a narrative-driven approach to progression and a more contained map to explore. Assassin's Creed Mirage Stealth. Ubisoft says that Assassin's Creed Mirage has a bigger focus on stealth than in the most recent games, structured around the loop of identifying, hunting, and eliminating a target, and then vanishing. To support the embrace of stealth in Assassin's Creed Mirage, Ubisoft has reworked detection systems to allow for more granularity and feedback, structured the design of the city and its rooftops to better allow for stealth approaches, and introduced new tools to aid with combat and escapes, such as a detection mine, which can release a cloud of smoke when triggered, and a blow dart. Assassin's Creed Mirage Park Hour. Park Hour is set to play a huge role in Assassin's Creed Mirage, just as it did in the first two games in the series. Traversing up buildings and across rooftops in the densely layered city of Baghdad will be your primary form of spatial navigation, and it's an aspect that Ubisoft promises will feel better than ever before. We have sped up the pace of the park hour so that players feel agile and empowered when traversing the city, says artistic director Jean-Luc Salah. Additionally, Ubisoft Bordeaux is bringing back many of the beloved animations and iconic moves from past games, like the corner swing, and is introducing new park hour moves like the pole vault to help Basim clear large obstacles. Assassin's Creed Mirage Assassinations. Assassin's Creed Mirage will pull a lot more focus onto assassinating targets. The main assassination events will take place in what Ubisoft is calling black box missions. These will be contained within Baghdad's districts, and you'll have the freedom to chart your own path to the target, by blending in with a crowd and following their path or tracking them from rooftop positions, for example. Mirage will introduce all new assassination animations, new upgradable assassins tools, and the capacity to set traps within the environment. Mirage will also introduce a new feature that sounds similar to the mark, an execute mechanic introduced in Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Conviction, which will allow Basim to perform multiple stealth kills at once. Assassin's Creed Mirage Story. The Assassin's Creed Mirage story is set to be more linear than recent games in the series. Narrative director Sarah Beaulieu says that Mirage's narrative structure is much closer to the first Assassin's Creed games, in the sense that it is more driven and linear than what players experience in the latest AC games. While we will still have freedom to explore and experiment, choosing which order to tackle assassination missions, Beaulieu says Ubisoft Bordeaux wanted Mirage's story to be a very intense and condensed narrative with a clear beginning and end. Assassin's Creed Mirage is still planned to come out later this year, though for now, we don't have a specific release date. From what we've seen and heard from the developers, the game will be a very different one to the last few mainline entries. Starring Assassin's Creed Valhalla's Basim ibn Ishaq, Assassin's Creed Mirage is set in Baghdad, 20 years before the events of Valhalla, and will take the decade-spanning series back to its roots. So far, this seems to mean that the game will be smaller in scope and less of an action-packed RPG. As such, expect to see it on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Xbox One, PC, and cloud streaming service Amazon Luna.